Have you ever wondered if everything you learned in school was true? Like, what if some basic facts you've known your whole life were completely wrong? You'd be shocked at how many facts are actually myths repeated for centuries. It's like a global game of telephone, and we're all part of it. Today, we're going to change that. I've spent the last week digging through history books, scientific journals, and talking to experts. The stuff we're about to uncover will change how you see the past. We're not talking tiny details, we're talking fundamentals. Get ready. Your mind is about to be blown. We're counting down 5 of the biggest history lies people still believe. Let's do this. Alright, kicking things off with a big one. Literally. If I asked you to describe Napoleon Bonaparte, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For almost everyone, it's that he was super short, right? But what if I told you this entire thing is a complete and total lie? During the Napoleonic Wars, British cartoonists drew him as a tiny, angry, childlike figure. It was brilliant propaganda. Another huge piece of the puzzle is a simple misunderstanding of measurement systems. After his death, his height was recorded as 5 feet 2 inches in French units, which converts to about 5 feet 7 by British modern units. Back then, the average Frenchman was about 5 feet 5, so Napoleon was actually slightly above average. Propaganda plus misreading the number created one of history's most enduring myths. Every time you joke about the Napoleon complex, you're repeating 200-year-old British propaganda. So next time a movie makes him comically short, you can say, actually, that's not true. The real story is a better lesson about propaganda than about height. On to myth number 2. Close your eyes and picture a Viking. Big, bearded, helmet with 2 massive horns. Movies, TV shows, cartoons, even NFL logos. They all repeat the horned helmet image, but there's zero archaeological evidence that Vikings wore horned helmets in battle. The helmets we do find are simple dome-shaped iron or leather caps with nose guards and cheek plates. Practical, not theatrical. Why would you add horns to something that an enemy could grab and twist? It's terrible for combat. Vikings were brutal and efficient. They used axes, swords, and shields built for real fighting. So where did the horns come from? Blame 19th century art, especially Wagnerian opera costumes. Costume designers gave characters horned helmets for drama, artists copied them, and the image exploded. Archaeologists later found Bronze Age horned helmets, but they predate Vikings by 1,000 years and were ceremonial. In short, the iconic horned Viking is a theatrical invention, not history. The real Vikings were formidable enough without the silly headgear. This next one is a fact that has been repeated for generations. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Some versions even say you can see it from the moon. That sounds incredible, but it's a total lie. Apollo astronauts confirmed you can't even see entire continents clearly from the moon, let alone a single wall. Seeing the Great Wall from the moon would be like trying to see a human hair from 2 miles away. What about low Earth orbit, where the ISS is? Astronauts say you generally cannot see it with the naked eye. The wall is long but narrow, maybe 30 feet across, and it blends into the landscape, making naked eye detection very difficult. Even former ISS commander Chris Hadfield looked for it and couldn't see it unaided. The myth dates back to an 18th century antiquary who speculated it might be visible from the moon. The idea sounded romantic and stuck. Astronauts can see high-contrast features like city lights, airports, dams, and major highways, but a thin, earth-colored wall? Not like a bold line on a map. You can photograph the wall from space with zoom or special sensors, yes, but it's not naked-eye visible like the myth claims. The Great Wall is still an incredible testament to human perseverance, just not an astronaut landmark. Get ready for a myth that has inspired Hollywood movies and self-help empires. You've definitely heard it. Humans only use 10% of their brains. Neurologists say it's one of the biggest lies. fMRI and PET scans show activity across the whole brain, even during simple tasks. Even when you sleep, your brain is busy. Think of your brain like muscles. You don't use every muscle at once, but that doesn't mean they're useless. Different brain regions light up for seeing, hearing, decision-making. They activate when needed. The origin is murky, possibly a misread motivational line by William James, but it became a convenient myth. From an evolutionary standpoint, it makes no sense. The brain is 2% of body weight but uses about 20% of energy. Clinical evidence also proves every part matters. Small brain injuries often cause major deficits. So while the idea of a dormant supercomputer is cool, it's fiction. You use your whole brain. The real way to unlock potential is learning and practice. Your brain is already working for you. Our final lie is often told to comfort struggling students. Even Albert Einstein failed math. It's a comforting story, and completely false. Einstein was a mathematical prodigy. By 12 he taught himself Euclidean geometry, by 15 he had mastered differential and integral calculus. His family even hired a tutor. He quickly surpassed him and tackled college-level math before his peers. The myth springs from two misunderstandings: his Zurich Polytechnic entrance exam and a misread report card. He took the exam 2 years younger than other applicants. He aced math and physics but failed non-science sections: French, botany, zoology. Ripley's ran a column claiming greatest living mathematician failed in mathematics, and a misinterpreted report card spread the lie. The school changed its grading system. A 6 was the top score, not a failure. Ripley's misread the scale and assumed he failed. Einstein himself laughed it off. "I never failed in mathematics. Before I was 15 I had mastered differential and integral calculus." The story stuck because it comforts people. But the truth is just as inspiring. He was always a math whiz. The only thing that failed was fact-checking. History's myths are often better explained by human error and media than by genius or failure. And there you have it. 5 massive lies that have been fooling people for centuries. Quick recap: Napoleon's height, Viking helmets, the Great Wall from space, the 10% brain myth, and Einstein failing math. These stories started because of propaganda, misinterpretation, and art. And they stuck because they were too good to check. Always question what you're told, even if it's in a textbook. Primary sources and historians reveal far richer stories. Which of these myths shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading them. For me, it was the Viking helmets. That a costume designer rewrote history is wild. If you enjoyed this reality-shattering ride, smash that like button and subscribe for more myth-busting. We're just getting started. Next time we'll dig into even stranger historical myths. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, history is crazier than fiction.